Thank you, Joyce. And congratulations to my fellow honorees, Gwen Eiffel and Archbishop Migliori. This is a very special evening for me, and it's a privilege to share with all of you. I'm particularly honored to be receiving this award. Tanenbaum captures and encapsulates the spirit of togetherness, and this manifests the spirit through acting respectfully. I look up to Tanenbaum as a model of building bridges, accepting differences, and bringing out really the better human side and dimensions in people. And thank you, Georgette, for establishing this incredible organization to carry on the work and the name of your late husband. And thank you, Joyce, for the honorable work that you and your colleagues do, and for building Tanenbaum and the good name for which it stands. I really feel humbled to be recognized by Tanenbaum for nothing more than really just trying to live by the values that have been instilled in me since early childhood, the values that guide me in the corporate arena and in my private life. I therefore have to share this recognition with my family, because they taught me from a very early age that respect for our differences is something that we can do and something that makes our lives a lot better. I grew up in Beirut during one of the most difficult periods in Lebanon's history. It was really an ugly civil war that ravaged this tiny country, and a war that projected a savage image of its people to the rest of the world. As you may know, Lebanon has a very large and diverse population. There are over 17 religious sects, every one of which was dragged into the conflict. But after all the devastation and loss of innocent lives, the majority of the Lebanese people are fighting back to rebuild and preserve what made Lebanon so unique in the Middle East and the rest of the world: our history of cohesiveness as a community of many traditions. I am Druze by birth. The Druze are a very small religious sect based mainly in the Levant region. I was raised by parents who understood tolerance and who made sure that I did not have a secluded and sheltered upbringing. They worked very hard to ensure that I never thought of myself as belonging to a minority, but instead, they raised me to see myself as a global citizen. I went to a private Catholic school, and Your Excellency, I actually studied catechism. My brother was baptized in our neighborhood church because my family were very friends with and close with the clergy. But that was really the way we lived in Lebanon. Our family friends included Muslims, Christians, Jewish, and Druze. We celebrated all religious holidays, no matter the denomination or whose it was. One quick story tells you why I have hope today, notwithstanding all the challenges and tensions that still exist in Lebanon and the region. See, the house that I grew up in is not very far from the only synagogue that is still standing in Beirut. And time and conflict had taken its toll on the structure, and it really was a scary building to look at, especially for a young boy. I remember the day that I asked my mom about the building, and she explained that it had been a house of prayer for Jewish people, and she went on to share what she knew of the Jewish people and their religion. She told me about her friendships with members of the small and by then diminishing Lebanese Jewish community. And I knew that she was sad that they were leaving. But here's the end of that story. I'm delighted to say that today, a major renovation of my neighborhood synagogue is underway. That, to me, is progress. And it shows how so many people in Lebanon have emerged from the devastating and dark chapters that lasted over 20 years. Today, my birth country embodies once again the very same values that I was raised with. While Lebanon continues to be vulnerable to its internal politics and the conflicts surrounding it elsewhere in the Middle East, the majority of the people from our 17 religious sects are living side by side with mutual respect and understanding of each other's differences. It is, thank you. It is very clear to me that each of us can make a difference to make the world a better place, and it really is very needed today. In many parts of the world, evil has hijacked religion and created sectarian warfare, mainly for political reasons. Fear is born out of ignorance. It too often turns to hate and then to violence. My parents played their role to instill in me the core values of acceptance and coexistence. And now it is my turn to play that same role of promoting respect and tolerance in everything I do, especially through my leadership role at La Ligue, Dôme, and Aviland. I know that a successful organization thrives on diversity of its workforce, where ideas can be challenged openly. And I am very proud that the brands that I represent appeal to people of all walks of life, nationality, and faiths. I am also proud that we employ people from different backgrounds who provide different perspectives and challenge the status quo. They enrich the creative process at La Ligue. I would like to thank Sylvia Denz, La Ligue chairman, and my dear friends Safwan Masri and Cathy Maison Rouge, as well as all my friends and business partners who supported me and Tanenbaum, and to my team for their fantastic work. Before closing, I just want to say one more thing. This award is not just recognition for what I have done. It is also going to be inspiration for me to do more every day and to keep building on the values that I share with Tanenbaum. Thank you so very much.